touch. What is... Are those zombies throwing meat at us from way... Oh my god, they're freaking archers, bro. And holy crap, that looks absolutely fantastic. All right, and welcome back, guys. As you guys already know, the Season 5 Reloaded update is officially out. We got a bunch of patch notes yesterday. We already went over all those changes, but you guys know every time they add new updates, new seasons, all this stuff, there's things they leave off the patch notes, stuff that can be pretty important. And I've gone through and I think I found a list of pretty much the majority of the stuff that were kind of hidden updates that weren't added to those patch notes. We're going to go through, cover all that stuff. Some things in this are pretty exciting and really huge things that I've been kind of asking for a while now. And I think it's going to buff some of these things and make them a lot better. And on top of that, we're going to go over and redefine, kind of give more information on stuff that they left in the patch notes that were pretty vague on top of that. All right, and for our first set of changes, here I am loaded on Malware Totem. As you can see, I got the Rampage Inducer active. That's actually not going to be part of this video. We covered that in its own video because I think that's kind of completely meta changing. But here I am. I'm going to go ahead and get the map set up to be able to show you the changes. While I'm doing that, if you're new here and want to sub, I would greatly appreciate it. We're trying to hit our goal of 175,000 subs. And on top of that, I gotta give a massive thanks. Everyone's give a like, comment, and watch this video in its entirety, as those three things help me and my channel out massively. All right, here we are on round 25. Let's go ahead, demonstrate the first change. This is something I am super excited about, and I'm so glad Treyarch actually listened with this. So if we go here to buy the Gersh device, you can see we're actually able to buy a total of 2 and hold 2. However, if you notice, I actually have Mule Kick. For some reason, Mule Kick's bugged, and you're supposed to get 2 for 1 with these kind of things with Mule Kick. However, with the Gersh device, probably because it was just added, whenever you go to buy one, you're actually only going to get 1 of these. But you're able to hold a total of 2. So if we have this and we're training with this, we go ahead and use one. If at any point in time we kill a zombie that drops one of these, we'll be able to pick that up automatically. And that was the biggest issue with this, that you could only have one. You were not able to pick it up automatically, anything like that. And I never saw myself using these devices ever. But now that you can hold 2 of them, I think I'm probably going to use them a lot more now that you can auto pick them up. And especially once they fix the Mule Kick bug where you're only getting 1 when you buy it, and they allow you to get 2 for the price of 1,500 salvage. That's huge, and honestly probably going to turn this around and actually make it useful, where I might in some situations actually pick this over the stun grenade. Now for our second change, and this is also going to be on Malware Totem. This is something that's actually pretty subtle, but while using the Wonder Weapon on this map, you can see we just got a new medal there called the Bitwise Operator. This didn't exist before this update. I'm not sure why they waited this long to add in these medals, but I guess it's kind of cool. I'm not really sure I wanted this, but hey, it's here. And then on top of this, they also added in a medal for, you know, the alternate ammo types. You can see there we just got the powered up medal. And yeah, it actually does show this shotgun, but regardless of what variant we have, if we pick up this variant, kill some zombies, we're also going to get the powered up medal as well. So yeah, small little quality of life change on Malware Totem, hopefully going to allow you to get more additional XP now while you're getting groups of kills using the wonder weapons, getting those powered up medals. Going for high rounds, it's going to give you a slightly bit more XP because those medals do reward XP. Something that I really hoped would have gotten fixed but didn't is the grapple bug. Sometimes when you go to rappel, you guys know that you get stuck. I have confirmed, I was on live stream earlier after the update went live, and I did manage to get stuck on the rappel while rappelling down. It's not a hard fix. All you gotta do is unpause real quick and pause again, and it should allow you to continue going down. However, if you're not the host of the game, you can't pause, and if you have no communication with the person, you're just kind of stuck there. And unfortunately, that, oh, yep, right there it is. This has not been fixed, and I don't know how this hasn't been fixed yet. This is a pretty big issue. Obviously, like, oh, it fixed itself. Like I was saying, if you're host, it's an easy fix, but if someone else is hosting it and they're not gonna be able to pause for you, you're completely stuck and have to leave the game, unfortunately. So that's not been fixed, but hopefully that gets fixed in the next update. Here we are loaded on the brand new Outbreak map, Armada. This actually isn't a secret change. Obviously, I'm just going to point out that there's this new map here. This actually is super fun to play. I really like how different this map is than all the other maps, kind of, you know, going back and forth between the boats. But here is our actual next secret change. This was listed in the patch notes. However, they didn't really explain everything it did. And honestly, this thing does so much more than what you think it does. It gives you amazing loot. And besides that, let's go ahead and just activate the event. So once you start the event, it's going to shoot off these 3 different little balls that you've then got to go and destroy. This is what it looks like on the map, kind of like an open chest. So let's go here. We're probably actually going to have to go over there. Actually, we might not. This is round 1, so it's a little bit easier. Oh, we got one of them already. Usually you'd have to... You'd have to go to that area to be able to destroy these. However, since we have an M16 and it's round 1, they're pretty easy to destroy. Usually these things have a lot of health. More zombies gonna spawn? Nope. But since it's round 1, they don't have a ton of health. I tried destroying these on round 6 earlier, and they had so much health, and it scales. So there we go. Just destroyed all of them. Once they're destroyed, you can go back to the chest. And I love how, like, it's got the little emoji now, but it's got horns on it. That is a nice little touch. What is... Those zombies throwing meat at us from way... Oh my god, they're freaking archers, bro. Those are... They can throw that so far. I guess the zombies don't swim whatsoever on this map, but they'll just throw their meat. Okay, yeah, let's just open the chest. So if we open the chest here, inside the chest, you can see that we got multiple things here. We only got level 1 armor. However, you are able to actually get level 2 armor from this, and we did get a chalice. There are 3 different challenges. There's bronze, silver, and gold. Bronze gonna pack a punch our weapon to tier 1, so now we've got a tier 1 pack weapon. If it was a silver one, it would have been tier 2. If it was gold, we would have got a tier 3 pack weapon. Unfortunately, like we got level 1 armor. I'm gonna try to give a better example, but as you saw, once we opened this chest, there was actually a figure in this chest here that's gonna give us a special ability here. So let's go ahead, go over these zombies. All right, so now we're gonna head up here towards the zombies. For the rest of this game, we're gonna have this special effect where if we try to go down here, just let the zombies kind of beat us up. Look at this. That is the figure from inside of the chest. It's gonna, 1, stop us from taking damage, stun all of the zombies around us, and then kill them. That is such a unique feature in Outbreak. I really didn't expect them to add something like that in the game. That is super cool. Obviously, there's a cooldown. If we took more damage right now, we go down. Who knows how long the cooldown is? But after a bit, if we try it again, the same thing's going to happen. Unfortunately, when we warp to the next location, that little effect's going to go away. This to me is super cool, but I mean, it's kind of gimmicky at the end of the day. It's not something I'm going to go out of my way to strive for, because Outbreak rounds go so quickly that you're going to do all that time to get this extra effect, and then you're going to go to the next wave disabling it. But overall, the chest is still very much worth it, because you are going to get the best loot out of that chest. That is the only chest in the entire game, or any loot pool in Outbreak, that you are able to get these chalices and tier 2 armor. Other than that, you have to play Onslaught to be able to get that stuff. All right, here we go. Got one more chest to open. As you can see when we open it, that's kind of the spirit thing that follows around and saves us. Oh, sweet. This is actually a tier 2 chalice. So let's pick up this weapon. Oh, and that's tier 3 armor. That is super cool. So you can see this pack-a-puncher weapon to tier 2 right off the bat. And if you look at this, we already have tier 3 armor, but if you were to pick this up without any armor, this would give you tier 3 armor as well. So these chests are definitely worth it loot wise, because you can get tier 2 pack weapons, tier 3 armor. You can get tier 3 pack weapons as well from doing one chest event. And it does seem like it's a little bit harder, but it's really not that hard compared to something like Orda. Honestly, I'd rather do that again. I just did this on round 4 right here. Didn't have really any issues with going down. Yet if I was to try to do Orda, it would probably take a little bit longer and be a little bit more risky, and the loot you'd get wouldn't be as good. So the Black Chest event is definitely it's probably the single best event in the world in Outbreak right now. So definitely go and do it if you see it. And on top of that, we got one more secret change for Outbreak. This one's not as important, but for the brand new transport event that they added at the beginning of season 5, they've added additional time between each and every objective you do now. A lot of people are kind of complaining about this getting stuck, and this, out of all of the objectives in Outbreak, was the one that people were failing the most often. For me, I wasn't really failing it due to time. There were 2 separate occasions where I had kind of a glitch that caused the car to kind of flip over, get stuck, explode, ending the game. But the additional time is going to allow you to drive a little bit more safer, so maybe you can dodge Tempest or anything that could have potentially caused the vehicle to bug out. But that being said, this is still by far the most dangerous world event in Outbreak right now, and due to some glitches, the truck could probably still flip out. causing it to end, but I am glad they added some additional time to it. Now for our very last thing here, and this isn't a secret change at all, but people always ask me about this, and I really don't know what video to put this in. They added the brand new ZRG variant, the Hidden Terror, and I'm just going to really quickly go over the mastery camos on this because people always like to see what they look like before you go ahead and buy it. We're not going to go in game because I don't want to waste a bunch of time here, but this actually looks really sick with diamond on it. So as for the zombie camos, here is the golden viper camo, not too great. Here's the plague diamond camo. Here's the dark ether camo. It doesn't really cover the scope or anything. Now moving into the MP camos, and this is where things get really good. This is the gold camo. That right there is the diamond camo. That actually looks really sick. Honestly, I'm going to load in game real quick with the diamond camo. I kind of want to see what this looks like. And holy crap, that looks absolutely fantastic. This is by far the single best prestige shop blueprint we've gotten so far. And it's for the ZRG. There's not a lot of variants for the ZRG, so more than likely you don't have one already. So this for me is one of the few that are actually in the prestige shop that are 1000% worth getting. This looks absolutely fantastic with the diamond camo. 100% a recommend for me. But with that, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I think we showed like 5 secret changes and then a few extra details like the ZRG here, but I know some people would have seen that. So out of everything in this video, what are you most excited for? I don't know. I really like the brand new black chest event in Outbreak, and on top of that, the fact that you can carry 2 of the Gersh devices is massive, actually making it probably one of the better things to use in the game. I don't know if it's gonna be better than carrying stuns, but I don't know. There are probably situations that I'm gonna use it now. But with that, we're gonna end this one here. Got tons of more videos coming up in the future, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Real quick here at the end of the video, I want to thank everyone who became a YouTube sub or a Twitch subscriber, and extra special thanks to everyone who became an Unlock Plus Plus member on YouTube. We've got the man, the myth, the legend, Cryptic. We've got Hunter Reed Don Doe. We've got the man whose name should be really easy to pronounce, Yamasta. We've got the legend Sergeant CJ, the ETOL lawyer you don't cross Hoss. We've got the friend who always comes through, Drew. The DMCA claim waiting to happen, Snap, and then we've got Luke.